Hello, what do you call, how do I refer to you? The Righteous Watcher is a title. Yes, no, welcome to the tavern. Come on in, get a drink. Can you drink? Can you shrink at least? This tavern wasn't built for 12-foot tall people. Good enough. All right, I'll see you later. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tavern of Tomes. My name is RK Fox. I'm your tavern keeper, and I'm joined today by my fellow storytellers, Kent Aldrich and Christian Majewski. And together, we're going to weave a world of myth and legend. You see, the walls of my tavern are lined with leather-bound books filled with blank pages. Once a week here at the tavern, we open a tome at dusk and fill its pages with stories. The world outside is dark and scary. It has its beauties, but they're hard to see at night. So for the time being, let's leave this world and go adventure, shall we? So last we left off with Team 2. Ky'Zak, a representative of the Deccan Republic as the champion of technology, has arrived on the scene and is looking to make connections, the first of which he made with Alexandre, a negotiating officer for Helix Corp, the current holder of the Crown. Alexandre has been taking Ky'Zak on a tour of Enval, stopping in major cities to introduce him to the various thrones and the types of magic they engage in. Ky'Zak has been learning that while all of the thrones and the crown do have a working relationship with each other, it is in fact just that. They are in competition, they're working together, but when they do not, when they're not meeting to advise the crown in leadership, they are therefore averse to collaboration and working with each other on their ideas. While all of this has been going on, they've been spreading rumors and sending letters. Most notably, Ky'Zak has been intending to gather the leaders for a summit, meeting to create an accord by which the current crown and thrones, as well as any future iteration of these systems, might be bound as they are in trade with the High Deccan Republic. At the same time, Alexandre has managed to keep most of the other thrones busy, particularly by spreading rumors that have pitted the Mindfall and Grim Predation against each other in a mini Cold War, where a bunch of their R&D departments have been dedicated simply to countermeasures against the other. And this is where we pick up our story. Alexandre, I need to let you know that Helix Corp informs you that they are beginning to lose their grip on the crown, as we had discussed at the end of the last episode. And they may lose it before the end of the year. The deal with Ky'Zak is now more important than ever, and it must be made fast if they want to benefit from it while they still have the crown. Ky'Zak, you receive a sending message from Terence of Insular, the champion of travel back in Dakaya, imploring you to come home. They had expected you to be back at least once by now. It wasn't like a stated expectation, but they expected if we send him away for a year, maybe we'll get him 3 months in, have a 6-month break, and then have him again. And they are eager to hear an update on the current progress of your mission. Lastly, both of you receive letters from your respective institutions informing you that the Kingdom of Denwell, and particularly their magical school, or their School of Magical Training, Alteran University, has developed a feat of great magical proportions. They have created what they are calling an airship, a flying ship, and they're taking it on a world tour. They intend to make a stop in Belbiard before continuing northward towards Vielve. They intend to make... Huh?
I have to, like, be able to... Oh, wait, we're going there. Good. We don't have to backtrack. Because the nerd is going to want to go.
They intend to make this stop at the beginning of Cogitempus, the last month of the year. Alexandre, Helix Corp wants you to, in preparation, assuming they are still in charge at that point in time, work to make sure that the leaders of each of the thrones will be present at this event. Ky'Zak, the Chamber, has asked you to be present at the event to collect any details you can to see if you can replicate the airship so that any monopoly the Kingdom of Denwell has on this form of travel as well as this market is short-lived at best. And this is where we're going to pick up our story. Now, as a reminder to both of you, we're going to start with section 1, which is usually 10 minutes long. It's been about 20 in previous versions of this, where we have the discovery phase, the epistolary phase, the rumor phase, and the initiative phase, which for you guys is an additional epistolary phase. So you will each get to discover something, start a rumor, and write 2 letters. If both of you have done enough of your thinking to have a rough idea of where you are going with this, then we will have your time start. Stop me if I shouldn't do a countdown in 3, 2, 1. All right. Who would like to go first?
Oh, you can go ahead first.
Yeah. So discovery phase. I want to, using all of my skills, my understanding of how this world works, maybe even better than some of the executive people, because I've come up through the world of the Throne Guard. Like,
yeah,
getting a grasp. Basically, my thought is, right, either Grim Predation or Myth Unending is getting a grasp on the crown, and I'm not sure which one.
Yeah.
Yet, and people in general aren't sure which one, but if one of them is getting a grasp on the crown, no matter how hard they try, there will be ripple effects in the way that they're doing things. And I want to try and suss those out. I want to see if there are ripple effects that seem to indicate that in either of them.
Okay. Go ahead and give me, we'll call that, how are you going about discovering this? Because you're also on the road touring a dignitary around.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like...
I will say that after the message I received from the chamber, I probably, before we even get to Eberron, I will probably take a trip back for probably like a week, no more than that.
Okay, sounds good.
That might give you the time to do your stuff.
Yeah. So in using the time where Ky'Zak is gone and having my ear to the ground of contact like that, I'm thinking more of an insight type of like meta-analysis of things.
Yeah, 100%.
If that makes sense.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom insight.
Perfect. Insight. Perfect. Is that one of the ones that I have? It is. So that is going to be wisdom. All right, that is going to be. Shoot. 1 second. Perfect. That is going to be a total of... Sorry, I forgot my dice, so I had to pull up a dice roller.
Oh, you're good.
And I rolled a nat 1, and I am a halfling, so I have lucky.
Lots of rolls going on, I get it.
That's so funny.
It's great. And that is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay, a dirty 20, dang. All right. So with a dirty 20, as you are... sort of trying to get your ear to the ground on ripples of Myth Unending and Grim Predation's work. The big thing that you're getting is that Myth Unending's new project, the Hex Light, is really taken off. They've got representatives over in Domitia, as well as the Quadratica, so in the Scion and in the Quadratica, who are spreading this technology as a part of their like major initiatives right now. And so that seems to be something of note. The other thing is that Grim Predation is working on some very hefty like hemocraft-based works to harness the power of aberrations. So they're doing some very hefty work on like potentially even being able to pull aberrations out of the far realm without having to go there.
So they're basically working on being able to play Magic the Gathering, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, but the only kind of creature you can cast is horrors.
Yeah, fair enough.
So black and blue, basically.
Yeah. Grim predation is Demir, 100%.
Nice.
That's great. Okay, cool, perfect.
Okay. Ky'Zak, what would you like to do in your initial phases?
Oh. Well, we only get. Oh no! Wait, we'll have another discovery in the next episode.
Yes.
Okay. So
Actually,
this...
no, you won't. This is the end of your phases because the last chunk of the year is only 2 months long, and so we just go straight
right.
into all of your time is just play in those months.
Okay, then at that point, I feel like I have to use my discovery phase for the airship.
Okay, what do you want to discover about it?
I want to... How to put this without being like, I want to know how it works. I want to try and figure out what the basic, like, engine is and how they get it to take off the ground.
Okay, interesting.
Because I feel like from there, I will be able to reverse engineer a shell for the vessel.
So I will let you know. Alterran University is relatively close to Arcanon. Like, Dikaya sits in the middle of the traditionally oriented map of Orbitura, and off to the east, you've got Lifo, and off to the west, you've got Perai. And Alterran University is in Perai, Arcanaut's right here. And so you have connections to Alterran University. You might be able to just send a letter. Unless you have ways to, like, you might be able to, I'd give you a roll to see if you have a person connecting you to Alterran University, where you might be able to just send a letter to one of the people there to see if you can get in contact with the people who worked on the ship.
Okay, perfect. Then in that case, I don't need to use my discovery phase for this. Because from the message that we received, I was like, okay, this is my only shot at that.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me just a roll to see if you have that connection, because otherwise you might still want to use your discovery phase.
Okay.
We'll call this a... do you have proficiency in persuasion?
Yes.
Okay. Because this is a political thing, go ahead and give me an intelligence persuasion check.
Okay, okay, that's so much better.
Yes.
Intelligence.
Well, that's why I gave you.
Yeah, appreciate it, Reese. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so add 5. No, it should be a plus 9. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That is a nat 20, baby.
Let's go.
To a total of 29.
Yeah, you know you almost can guarantee, actually, here's what I'll tell you. You knew about this project. And you, you had,
makes sense.
You had friends in the system who were letting you know that the project was going on. So if you want to send a letter just to sort of, be like, hey, so I heard you finished it. How does it work? What did you guys land on? You know, I know you tried a couple different designs. Where did you end up?
Okay, cool. Then instead, for my discovery phase, I want to, now that I have the Hex Light, and I've been around Lifo for a little bit,
yes,
following the kind of the task that the champion of Magic gave me,
okay,
I want to try and discover and figure out, because I know that I think it's Grim Predation. Grim Predation uses Hemocraft. Other people use other types of magic. I want to try and find out as much throughout these next 3 months about how the different ways of magic and arcane interplay with their technology, and how we in Arcanaut could try and harness that to, well, obviously we're creating this cooperation now, so I don't necessarily need to do a covert op, but begin in my mind crafting ways of taking their technology and upping it.
Yeah. Taking the
making it
degrees
our
and
own.
multiplying them. 100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me we'll call this a wisdom investigation check.
Okay.
regarding the mechanics by which the arcanotech of LIFO works.
Okay. I'm rolling crazy today. That would be a 24.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I rolled a natural 18.
Okay. So, the big thing that you're able to clock is that the interplay is twofold. And really it's 1 degree multiplied in 2 directions, where they use they use arcane programming and magic to preset technology and machines to do certain things, and then they enchant those machines to engage with arcane things in the way that humans would at speeds faster than humans can.
Okay.
And that tends to be their big interplay, is basically we make a machine that we make arcane stuff that programs machines to do things quickly, and then we make machines that can do what humans can do but do it faster, so that the speed of their tech rises logarithmically. And that's the big interplay that a lot of them use, is automation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zuzu's playing with your water bottle.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that will be my discovery phase then.
Cool. What do we want to move to? Rumors or letters?
Epistolary.
Okay.
Okay, let's do epistolary next.
Who wants to write the first letter?
I would love to. Let me just find the. Okay, I am going to write a letter to. Where is it? Adeline. Adeline. Yeah, Adeline.
Oh yes, Adeline Bechard.
Obviously. Yeah, Bechard. Encoded as we typically would, all those sorts of things, all the precautions in there. And I'm basically going to ask her, is the threat to the throne grim predation? If not, let's destabilize Myth Unending together.
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh, that's fantastic. Expertise, guys. It's great. That's going to be a 25.
25.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm going to make a roll against you.
Okay. Do I get advantage because we're friends?
I'm going to say no in this situation.
It was worth a shot.
Okay. The letter you get back is, we didn't realize there was a threat to the crown. You say that Myth Unending is going to make the claim. Why should we not, at Grim Predation, throw our hat in the ring?
I thought you were. Oh no.
You've just given her a piece of information. She's not against you and not for you quite yet. But you rolled very high, which put her in a neutral state.
I'm immediately going to message Coralie. And
Coralie,
I'm going
yeah.
to say, Coralie,
Coralie.
Coralie, and I'm going to say, I have discovered information that implicates Grim Predation, or that implicates Myth Unending as the one who is making the attempt at the throne. I believe I can persuade Grim Predation to help us. What can I give them?
Okay, I'm going to count that as your second letter.
No, I'm using the thing in my hand.
I'm still going to count it as your
Sending
second
stone.
letter.
Well, you said the Sending Stone didn't count, and you said this didn't count either.
Okay, fine. Coralie's response to you will be you're hex lighting it?
Yeah.
Okay. Coralie's response to you is going to say, tell them that if we maintain our hold of the crown, while we might function as the leaders of the nation, we will treat it as though we split the crown.
I will immediately then send another letter to Adeline communicating said fact.
Okay.
So that will be your second epistolary.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be my second epistolary.
Okay. Give me another persuasion with advantage.
I rolled another nat 1 again, so lucky. That will be a 24.
Okay. Adeline sends you a letter agreeing, but with the counterpoint that if Grim Predation helps destabilize Myth Unending, Grim Predation gets the crown, and Helix Corp will be treated as though they share the crown.
It's a toughie.
And that is your epistolary. Ky'Zak, what letters would you like to write?
My first letter will be to my contact in not Arcanaut, the other in the university.
Okay,
called?
yeah, Alteran.
Alteran, the Alteran University. Yeah, just because I want the first letter to be there in case I want to send a second one. I don't think I'll want to, but
For
basically,
sure.
well, what we discussed during the discovery phase.
Yeah,
like,
100%. Let me go ahead. I know I have lists of professors, and I just need to track down who would have been one of the professors working on that. Because that.
yeah. And Kenty boy, you will definitely realize during this time that especially probably before Ky'Zak leaves to go back to Arcanaut, like he's distracted.
Okay.
After the news about the aircraft, he's like majorly distracted.
Okay.
Okay.
Ky'Zak, your letter is to a fellow lizard folk, Volokoch.
Nice.
So that's
Volokoch.
Volokoch, Volokoch.
Volokoch.
Yes, and he's the dean of the College of Force Storm. What would you like to send to Volokoch?
Basically, basic greetings from the land of Enval that I'm currently. Basically, like the first paragraph or two will be like, oh, this is how I've been doing. This is what I've been up to.
Yeah.
How are you? How are the kids? Stuff like that. And then, the rest of the letter will basically be like, hey, I remember we talked about the aircraft thing. Remember I gave you some, and this is just me spitballing, so you're welcome to tell me I didn't do that, but like, hey, I remember giving you some advice. You asked me for a couple of pointers.
For sure.
I heard some rumors. Can you like tell me what's going on? What like blueprint did you guys end up with? Can I maybe come and visit soon to try and like take a look at it and stuff like that?
Yeah, 100%. So the response you get from Volokokh is just like, the same sort of beginning spiel back at you. The big thing that he gives you is the ship functions based on an attunement system that a mage of decent power is able to attune to the ship itself specifically to, and this is where he pulls up a piece of technology that you introduced, the artificial mind. The ship is a series, it's like a large collection of a big artificial mind that is able to concentrate on a very large series of spells. And it's a massive machine that is able to do that. But it transmutes the environment around the ship to make the air breathable at crazy high altitudes. It transmits the ship to have a spell that they wrote for this very project called Major Defy Gravity.
Oh wow.
Which is he describes a spell that extends into the ninth sphere of magic, which can be, cast on an individual basis, but they have enchanted the artificial mind with a long-term enchantment that as long as somebody's attuned, they can cast the spell from the mind and not have to concentrate on it. And they are expecting, as they produce more and more of these ships, to have a series of mages trained as shipwrights and ship captains.
Okay. Since we already did the second epistolary phase, I think I'm actually going to send a second letter to Volokokh.
Okay.
Maybe looking a little too far ahead into your world, Reese, but basically saying, that's amazing. As always, we are willing to send our gifted young students from Arcanaut over to your university. And basically saying, have you ever thought about traveling the astral sea?
Oh my gosh.
Zuzu, no. Sorry, my cat is trying to climb on top of my desk. She's very unhappy about it.
The letter you receive is, we have considered turning our eyes to the stars as we continue with the production and work on airships. Our interaction with our College of Selesjaw insinuates that such things might be possible, but we are unsure precisely how to achieve that yet.
Okay. I want to send a message back, and this is up to you, but basically just say, I've been working a little bit with the Concord, and if things go well, you can expect a visit from me soon. Basically. Okay.
Sounds good. You'll get like just a response from the office at that point.
Yeah. Again, this is just a tack on to the last letter more than like a letter onto
for
itself.
Sure. And last thing we have is rumor phase. So give me a sec to get over to our rumor section. So here are the rumors we currently have. We have how good and beneficial the connection between Dakaya and the Throne Guard Concord would be, which has been scandalized in saying the champion has something that could be the key to getting the crown. We also have the rumor that Mindfall is attempting to discover a way to nullify Hemocraft. And we have the rumor that the thrones work together better than appears on the surface. If those two latter rumors are not persisted, they will start to die out, and the scandal will die to a rumor, just a regular rumor if it's not pushed. What would you guys like to do?
When was the last time that the thrones had open combat? Like, right now, obviously, they're locked in a Cold War. It's espionage, it's spies, it's, daggers in the night. When was the last time there was an open fight?
Before the Concord was established on Orbitura, out in the Astral Sea. There was a point when it was just pure combat, and then the fight became more arcane and intellectual, and then the corruption happened and the openings were created and they came to Orbitura. That's sort of the presumed timeline. There hasn't been open combat on Orbitura over the crowns. That could be because it was a physical crown at one point and it's no longer, or it could be because of just an agreement to keep it to a non-physical fight. Although, if nobody's alive to hold the crown, it goes up into the air.
Christian, if you have ideas, go. I need to think.
I don't really have ideas that give you enough time because I was just going to scandalize the rumor again.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were just going to push the how good and beneficial?
Yeah, just keep pushing it for as long as I'm there.
What more dimension would you like to add to it? We've already got that the champion could be the key to getting the crown.
If this is anywhere around the time that that the information about the airship come out, I would Ky'Zak would probably start slightly bragging that he was instrumental in creating the technology to make it work.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Ky'Zak was instrumental.
Of course he would be.
In the creation of the airship.
Yeah, and just again pushing that Arcanaut has connections, the Chamber has connections, the Champion of Technology is the best person to have on your side when it comes to like Orbitura and
overall
the grand scheme of
well-being.
things.
Yeah.
Overall well-being, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
We are the keepers of the peace.
Kent, have ye an idea about what you're doing?
I do.
Okay.
It's an awful one.
Oh, no.
You better not fail.
But freaking my work.
I love it when players are doing this. This is the state.
I feel like I've been playing it so safe this entire time.
Some people play very safe, some people play very risky.
I know. I'm kind of jealous because I want to play it risky, but I'm playing an old man.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, this is risky. Holy crap.
Are you doing it?
I'm gonna do it. I figured out a way to make it better than it was in my initial thoughts. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Here's the rumor that I want to spread.
Okay. What do you got for me?
Myth Unending is arming for open war.
Okay.
Grim Predation and Helix Corp have allied against them, and are both committed to keeping the nonviolence statute and asking all of the other thrones to join them in the fight against those who would violate that age-old principle.
Okay, so Myth
So,
Unending is arming
basically-
for open war. Grim Predation and Helix Corp and all of the other thrones are for keeping
Well,
peace.
no, Helix Corp and Grim Predation are allied, and they're
Okay.
they want the idea is they want everybody else to join them. And the thought is basically, I'm trying to make Myth Unending look like the people who violate history. They violate the society in general. Like, they're doing everything counter to what it has always been done in the worst way possible.
Okay.
Basically, they are trying to destroy everything everybody believes in.
Okay.
And we're going to, in the way we always have, stop them.
Okay. 100%. You dropped that rumor. Cool. We are going to
And
move.
I definitely don't want it to be coming from me.
Yes, 100%. Go ahead and give me that. Give me a charisma stealth check.
Yep. All right. That is going to be. Yes, because I have the 24.
24. Okay. Yeah, not tied to you. Now, a good chunk. We're going to move into section 2, and I'm going to start this with saying, at the introduction of that rumor, the CEO of Myth Unending comes out to make an open declaration saying that while Myth Unending, they are making a public announcement, Myth Unending is making a play for the crown and believe that they may be able to take it. They have absolutely no intention towards open war. They make that declaration public with the introduction, with the capacity that the hex lights have on communication that is disseminated to every single person that has a hex light. You get the notification when the video comes up. That is like, it is full presentation of Myth Unending has no intention for open war. We intend to keep the peace. We seek to ally with our fellow throne keepers, with the fellow throne guard. While we are going to make a play for the crown, that is what every company is always doing. Just as much as this is a play on behalf of Helix Corp, whether they started this rumor or whether it is just a part, their allyship with Grim Predation is just as much a play to protect the crown as much as our play for the crown is something that would cause this sort of rumor. We have no intention of open war. This is a peaceful game that we have played for hundreds of years, and it will remain peaceful. So culturally, your rumor has been countered, but it still exists, okay?
I was going to say, because in a culture full of suspicion, like, this is kind of like the Cold War, right? You know, when Russia and the U.S. were like, yeah, we're going to be peaceful, everybody's like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can't sit down with you, Kent, for 2 minutes without Russia or something coming up at some point.
Like, both countries were like, yeah, peace, as the Cuban Missile Crisis was happening. So, like, that's kind of what I'm thinking is hopefully enough people are going to be like, yeah, right. That's what you would say after the rumor came out, and you're only announcing it after the rumor came out, which means that you didn't have any intention of doing so until you had to deal with this problem. So you're probably lying.
Yes, 100%. You've got your society divided 50-50 over it.
Huh.
But
I don't know how Ky'Zak feels about this.
yeah. So
that was the risk. But
yeah.
loyalty to the company first.
Yeah, I guess.
So you will also get a letter from Corley, the CEO of your company, just communicating to you in brief. I don't know where this rumor came from. It has worked out potentially in our favor, potentially not. Without the rumor, we were losing, but nobody knew. Now we're losing and people know. And people understand enough about the way that the thrones and the crowns work to know that Hexlights might be the way that Myth Unending is beginning to win. We don't know how, but we think it's Hexlight. No, let me finish the letter. And I don't think people are going to stop using Hexlight just because Myth Unending might win. Because if Myth Unending wins, it means more and more and more of the convenience of the Hexlight.
This world is really going into modernism, isn't it? Dang it. Okay.
I'm going to pitch back to now Ky'Zak to let you do what you would like to do, because we've spent a good chunk on Alexandre's time.
I think I might reach out to Myth Unending.
Okay, I will also tell you we have about 6 minutes left in our time.
I know.
You also want to get back.
Yeah. I think before I leave, I'm gonna send a letter to Myth Unending.
You also have a Hexlight, don't you?
I do have a Hexlight.
You could reach out to Myth Unending via the Hexlight from home.
That's true, and that's so much better. I'm gonna do it during a chamber meeting, and I will pitch the idea of creating a server for Nikaya for the Hexlight.
Oh, why couldn't you?
Dang it, we're supposed to be working together.
Why couldn't you send a letter? I can kill messengers. I can have somebody knifed in an alley and it'll look like a robbery gone bad. I can't deal with this.
Okay, so Ky'Zak is going home.
Ky'Zak is going home. Actually, no. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send a letter.
Okay.
Just basically, again, I don't think I've reached out to Myth Unending before. I think I reached out to Grim Predation.
Yes, I think that's true.
Yeah, we went to Myth Unending's headquarters, but I don't think you wrote to him.
I don't remember. If we went to their headquarters, I probably wrote to them, but basically, before I returned to Nikaya,
you did write a letter to
okay, perfect.
Sylvain.
Because I think I'm going to do it twofold. I am going to send a physical letter because I'm old, and I'm going to send a message through the Hexlight.
Okay.
Because I'm a hip old guy.
Cool.
And basically saying like, hey, the rumors I heard were troubling, but I am glad that you came out to say that you want peace. Peace is something that we desire in Nikaya, and we desire it for Obertura. If your claims are true, we would love to begin a conversation with the chamber, and I will be there next week to see if we can create a separate server or like cloud or whatever they call the thing for the Hexlight. The Hexnet. A separate Hexnet for Nikaya. For now, just for like the chamber and the upper class in Arcanaud. Maybe making it available to the larger Nikaya Republic later in the future.
100%. Alexandra, I'm assuming you're trying to have the letter carrier killed.
Let's go with mugged. Like, make it look like he got mugged in an alley and like everything is gone. So he wakes up in his underwear and that's about it.
The letter's gone as well?
Yep, everything.
Okay.
And the letter will be promptly delivered to me, or actually, no, the letter will just be burned immediately.
Okay, 100%.
So obviously I can't stop his hexnet, but I will stop the letter.
Yes. The message on Hexlight goes through, and you get a response on Hexlight saying, "We would love to begin discussions with the Decayan Chamber. Your Hexlight is equipped with the ability to have a Hexlight paint conversation, aka you can video chat."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
you are informed of that capacity. Would you like to head home?
Do I hear about the mugging?
I don't think. Go ahead and give me an intelligence perception check.
Can that be contested against my stealth?
No, it'd be contested against your lackey's stealth, which I'll say is half of your stealth.
That is
Actually-
a natural 17.
No, I'm actually, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and make the roll.
Me?
Yeah, half your stealth.
24.
24.
I love that number today.
What'd you get?
25.
Whoa! Dang. Okay.
And blame Reese. He let me use intelligence.
It's political stuff.
Yep.
It makes sense that you would hear that your messenger didn't make it when you sent two different means of the same message and one never got there. All right. You
Okay.
go home to the High Decayan Chamber.
Does he know who did it, though? That's the one thing.
I don't think he'll know who did it, but he does know it happened.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He is
Cities
free
are
to
dangerous. Things happen.
yes, he is free to suspect anything.
Yeah, I don't think I would outright suspect you because you've been kind to me up until now, but I would definitely suspect Helix Corp to be somehow involved in this.
What would you like to do while you're at home? We are very short on time.
I know. I don't think I'd do much more than like talk to the chamber, have that meeting with Myth Unending,
Yeah.
and then either keep looking for a protege or if I already have one, have a meeting with him and like kind of brief him on everything. And then probably do some correspondence with Volokov.
Volokoch.
And maybe even like send, again, if I have a protege, if I have somebody who I trust, send him ahead of me in like the next month or so.
To Alteran University?
To the Alteran University.
You know that the airship won't be there.
I know that it won't. Oh yeah, that's true because it's going
It's
to be in
it's
BL.
starting its world tour. It's already so it's going to. You know that the tour starts in Tansona, down in the Quadratica. Then it's going to come up to Belbiards where you are, and then go northern to Vielve.
Okay. Then never mind. Just send some letters and then probably just head back to Enval.
Okay, sounds good. And I will say the meeting with with Myth Unending yields affirmation that they're not going to create a separate hex net, but they would be absolutely happy to create isolated servers within the hex net. Just because the hex net is such a large project, and it's more of like an overarching thing. Like even Myth Unending has their own massive server within the hexnet that's separate from the public servers. They would be willing to create something that is just for Decayan dignitaries and like higher ups.
Yeah. So, yeah, I will continue that conversation with them.
Fantastic. All right. Well, in that case, I need to know if you guys have anything you want to conceal. You can each conceal up to 3 things.
I have nothing to conceal, but I'm not concealing things suspiciously. So basically, because of the messenger and everything that's been going on, I'm very open about my conversation with Myth Unending, and I am looking for reactions from Alexandre.
Gotcha. Alexandre, is there anything you'd like to conceal? I imagine, obviously, that it was you who sent the mugger.
The mugging and the rumor.
Okay, yes, absolutely. Go ahead. I'll give you advantage on the rumor thing. We'll call that a charisma stealth check because that's a social thing.
Cool. So rumor, charisma stealth is going to be. I love expertise. 29.
Okay, 29 on concealing that it was you who started the rumor. The mugging, you're going to have, that's just going to be a straight roll. And because you aren't the one who did the mugging, we're going to call that half of your dexterity stealth check.
Lovely.
That
is going to be. Did you have anything else?
No, I was just going to say you don't have disadvantage because your roll wasn't so low that you were outright discovered, but it was below, so you're just a straight roll.
Wait, half of his dexterity or half of his total modifier?
Half of his dexterity stealth. So whatever his dexterity stealth modifier is, cut that in half.
Okay.
That is going to be 21.
21. Okay. Sounds good. In that case, we're going to end this episode here. Is there anything people would like to plug?
Check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Your Mom's House, Flightless Birds. See you there.
Kent?
I got nothing.
Okay, sounds good. In that case, thank you all for joining us. You're always welcome at the tavern, and come back next week, because this story is not over yet. We love you all. Good night.
Good night!